The Very Hungry Bear, written by Nick Bland. What do you think the bear is hungry for? What kind of words do you think we might find in the story about the hungry bear? Take a minute to predict what you think is going to happen in this story. Remember that predict means use your knowledge about a bear and the kind of foods it eats and where it lives to think about what might happen in the story. Let's find out. The Very Hungry Bear by Nick Bland. Bear was in a grumpy mood. He hadn't eaten any food, and he couldn't catch a single fish to cook. He'd been hungry since break of day, and every fish had got away. Now suddenly something huge was on his hook. Yank! He cranked the handle round and round. He yanked the line and wound and wound. He flicked it here and waved it there. A hungry bear is very strong, so it didn't take him very long to discover that he'd caught a polar bear. "Excuse me," said the bear, "do you have fish there? You are catching all the fish." "I'm sorry," he said as he lifted his head. "You can have one of mine if you wish." Then he added with a smile, "You can have the whole pile if you'll just find me somewhere to stay. My iceberg is shrinking, and soon I'll be sinking, and my home's such a long way away." Now a fish to a bear is like a chocolatey eclair. It's incredibly hard to resist. So the thought of a pile that would last for a while was an offer too good to be missed. With a sploosh and a splish and an armful of fish, Bear led the way through the trees. "My cave's over there, and I'm happy to share. You can stay for as long as you please." But his guest shook his head. "I'm so sorry," he said. "Well, your cave is particularly nice. It's just a bit hot for this coat that I've got, and the fire is melting my ice." So they went to see Mole, and he dug them a hole which was cooler, but just a bit small. And they visited Croc on his cool river rock, but he wasn't that helpful at all. "Perhaps this is best," said the bear from the nest, "but I think I'm going to sneeze." And he squinted his eyes and said with a surprise, "Achoo! I'm allergic to trees." So the bear with white hair followed right behind Bear to the only place left they could go, away from the trees and the warm summer breeze, all the way up to the snow. They built him a home with an icy white dome. And Bear left a housewarming dish. With a smile and a wave, Bear went back to his cave. And he stopped on the way for a fish. Can you think about all of the places that Bear tried to find a place to live? What was wrong with those places that his friends tried to share with him? In the end, what was the best place for Bear? I hope you enjoyed reading The Very Hungry Bear. Join me again next time at Bushels of Fun for our next story. Bye, friends.